Simpra Inventory Suppliers. In order to define suppliers in Simpra Inventory, log in to the Suppliers module under the Master Data. We will also see our suppliers that we have previously created. There are also supplier groups under the suppliers we have seen on the top tab. If we have an agreement with more than one meat supplier, we can create a supplier group and connect these suppliers to meat suppliers. We can then pull these supplier groups that we have connected in various reports and get the reports of the suppliers. Or, for example, let's create grocery suppliers. When we say Add Supplier Group, there will now be a group available in our supplier. Let's come back to Suppliers. Let's press the Add Supplier button. From the screen that appears, let's first enter the name of our supplier. For example, Danny Grocery. We can select Supplier Group from this field as Supplier Group. It is not a mandatory field. The currency of the relevant supplier will be selected. If we wish, we can add the branch code, address section, email field, phone number, and authorized person of the relevant supplier from these fields. Supplier Deferred Day field means the number of maturity days. The definition we will make here will add the payment day we entered here to the date of the relevant invoice when we select the payment type as due when we enter an invoice from the relevant supplier, and it will give us a payment plan. If we want to follow the supplier payment and debt information in Simpra Inventory, we can define the due date for the relevant supplier from the Supplier Deferred Day field. If we add the email address of our supplier to the contact mail address, our purchase orders that we will create in Simpra Inventory will go as orders to the contact mail address we have defined. After entering the contact mail, we can save the email by pressing the plus button on the side. We can also enter more than one email address. The email field at the top is the email addresses of our supplier that appear as information. We should enter our emails that we will send as orders from the contact mail field. The B2B supplier and e-invoice user fields at the top are fields belonging to different integrations. These fields should not be checked in a standard supplier definition. After providing our checks, we can add our supplier. And now our supplier has been added. We can delete the suppliers we have created if they have not seen any action. However, we cannot delete the supplier that has seen any action before. However, we can passivate it. For example, we can come to the Edit field of Danny Grocery and passive its status. However, when we passive it, we will see a warning that the price quotes of this supplier will also be inactivated. Later, when we want to activate it again, we can see our inactive supplier by pressing the Show Passives, and then we can activate it again by editing it.